This is Van Velding on the Banana Viking server. Today I'm going to build my goddamn corral. I'm also going to talk about video germs. So I know that my next step was supposed to be to actually clean this shit up out of this aqueduct and to make everything good again, but I'm so fucking sick of that fucking aqueduct. I'm going to get some stairs and I'm going to get some goddamn fencing. I'm going to goddamn post and some fucking other shit, and I'm going to make my corral finally. What do we got here? One fucking thing. Better not be my village. There you go. There you go. Alright, stairs, stone. Is it worth the silk touch pickaxe for some stone? I got plenty of goddamn stone. I don't give a shit. Stone. Gravel. Alright, I do need some plain old wood, and I will be honest, I have no clue where I put all that fucking wood. I had stacks. Oh, I know what I did. Oh my god, did I fucking do that? Jesus. Put it over there. Put it all the way over there, because fuck me. Alright then. There we go. That's good city design. This is awful fucking city design. So I used to play Stellaris. I used to play Stellaris a lot. And then eventually, instead of fixing the game, they released deep, intricate, time-intensive patches that just fucked it up. It is a goddamn thing to behold what the developers did with Stellaris, and people still fucking play it. So one of the things about Stellaris is that you have different ethoses that you adopt. You can be egalitarian, and the philosophy of your government is that everybody has a right to have a voice in their government and be free and have equal rights and blah, 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 blah. And fuck you, jungle planks. And how did I get oak? How do I have oak? How in the fuck do I have oak planks? I'm so fucking sick of oak. Whoa, whoa. Calm down. Calm down. I almost did it bad there. Alright, there we go. And 16 should be enough. And then I need a fence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3. Shit, I think I fucked it up. Okay. Nope, I did it exactly right. Bam. Stack of fences. Fix everything. Give that jungle shit back. Let's murder this zombie pigman. Did you go back home? Did you go back home? He didn't. He didn't. Alright then. Let's close this up. Start working on my motherfucking corral. I'll get to you, buddy. So yeah, so the deal is that one of the things you can do is you can have xenophobia, you can have, as an ethos, you can have authoritarianism, and you can have, there's one more. But basically, it's authoritarianism. It's just saying, hey, we're the government, we run everything, you suck, we rule. And generally that's bad, but people run that sort of government because it's a video game, and there are different play styles, and I think that it's legit to have different play styles. I've never been comfortable in a government whose xenophobia and or authoritarianism run all the way down to, you know, literal fucking slavery. But I kind of excused it on general principles, and you know, it's like some kind of production bonus for your workers, and apparently there are slave revolts, but that's always been difficult to balance, mostly because players are dicks, and I assume that the players who, you know, believe in real slavery and racial oppression and shit like that are never satisfied until it's presented as the best solution to all problems ever. So, and they tend to be determined and loud. So anyway, it's very difficult to you know, evaluate, and I don't really judge it again because I accept there are different play styles. Should I put I got a gate. Might as well put a gate here. Side gate. I'm gonna have to rip this down later. I haven't counted exactly how far back I'm going with this. Alright, I feel like maybe this gap isn't enough, and that I was gonna say sheep. And I was gonna say dogs. Horses could just walk over this. So in fact, purge the xenos. One thing you can do is you can commit literal genocide. And again, like, it's a thing that you can do for a government simulator. I mean, sure, governments do that. It's actually, it's common for very much older governments. It's rarer for governments today. So I think it would be reasonable to assume that governments in a future milieu wouldn't do it, like, at all. But people do sometimes want to play the bad guy. So it's cool, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. So today, yeah, no, this only goes like 4 back, and then it has to be the wall. I don't know why it has to be the wall, but it has to be the wall. And I think I should have gotten, oh, I did. I got fucking stone for this. So wall. Oh, this one goes all the way out to the edge, huh? Oh, because it's going to interface with the actual external wall. It was going to be part of that. And this one's actually just going to be bop, bop, bop. Bop. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Okay. That. Weird. Is this only going to have like 5 spaces of internal space? No, Chris. It's only going to have 4. You fucked something up. Oh, 4 total. Right? 4 total. And this one's going to be... Alright, that's going to look like that. Right. So, I think Xeno Scum and Purge of the Xenos are callbacks to 40K, which is another popular sci-fi setting, and, you know, part of the culture of the internet. So I still wasn't entirely surprised that whenever someone asked, hey, is authoritarianism evil? There were tons of stupid douchebags falling over themselves to talk about how, no, actually, authoritarianism is okay sometimes. And for the record, authoritarianism is evil. Like, always evil. It's bad. I mean, look, you can go on about, like, benign dictators all you fucking want, but the question is about the system. Like, it's totally 100% about the system, and the system of authoritarianism is 100% bad. It is explicitly based on total control, and it is not based around solving problems, but on maintaining power. Like, this is not that complicated, guys. Oh, that needs to come forward because I'm going to have stairs over here. If I put stairs up here and I have a little fence here, the horses are going to walk right over it. So I need to... Man, I really wanted a gate. What if I make like a little door? Right? See, what if I just change the plans that I had planned, right? Nothing bad could happen when you change the plan. You see? I want to believe it's true, and therefore I believe that's true. So, unsurprisingly, there's a great post on tabletop gaming forums like, oh, is it wrong to play slavers and racists and shit? And I don't think it's intrinsically wrong, but I think there are some bad results whenever you do it. I just feel like this whole thing is super off. I mean, okay, all right, 4, and then we're going to dive in here to about 5 squares, which we are, and then we're going to dive in here. Be 4 on this side, and then 2 more. And that's going to bring us to the outer wall. Oh no, I guess so. Maybe these chunks are just small, man. Boop. Alright. Look at that. I guess this wall's gonna have to come down. Oddly. This is gonna be the ingress point, and this is gonna be the egress point, and there's gonna be Oh shit, actually. I can't run a wall under this. Um, because if I do, that's gonna run right to the outside. But no, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not gonna be fine. You can't just have a gap in your wall that's like this, which is open to like everything, right? You can't do that. And then just claim, fuck me. And then just sprint across it like a roommate in a bath towel to fucking get to the other side, simply because you wanted to get to the horses from here. Just go in the front and be with the horses that way. That's the right way to do it. So I just think it's hilarious and sad, but also hilarious. Everyone's like, oh no, you can have benign dictators, and oh, dictatorship only doesn't work whenever the person in charge, is bad or unwise. And it's like, well, maybe, that's a systemic problem. Maybe if your entire system of government relies on one person to not be a dick, it's a bad system. Like, the system is bad. And they're like, oh, democracy can be crazy too. People can be in mobs. And it's like, well, I mean, you can address that because it's called education. You just educate people. Like, an educated populace doesn't form mobs. Proof being that fucking educate people. I don't know if I've ever seen a mob of Ivy League professors, there's just no reason to like, I mean, look, I think you can debate the merits of authoritarianism. You're like, oh look, here's a good thing about authoritarianism, and it's like, hey, sometimes a single leader can act in a crisis. I'm like, yes, also do that with an executive, and they can do that with consent of the governed. In fact, the governed can choose an executive who will do that best. I think I fucked this up. I did fuck this up. Okay, because that's not supposed to be like that. Alright then. It is undoubtedly dark. I have a big hole in my wall. Let's go to sleep. Right, but I think some of it is just this game, as you play those roles and you learn to empathize with those roles and even joke about it. And joking about genocide is a big part of the Stellaris community. And that's worthy of reflection and disdain and judgment. There should definitely be people who learn this about Stellaris players and go, yeah, fuck y'all, because that's fucked up. You can say, oh, it's just a video game, but I think that media influences how we see the world and how we view conflicts. Yeah. I mean, I complain about action movies constantly because action movies present us with simplistic views of the world, which can be solved via violence, and that's not how the world is. See, this is why every time, y'all, I build out to the edge of the chunk, and I think that's gonna be fine, and then I get this shit. I get bay windows that open into fucking stone walls. Fucking hell. Alright, so see, sometimes it's bad because I don't follow the plan. And sometimes it's bad just because the plan is bad. And, it should feel bad. And by extension, I should feel bad. I think that when you pull from a wide pool of people, maybe you're not going to have some idiot who's gone completely insane, but who should be left in power because it benefits some people. I think you have a system whereby, the neuroses and the idiocy of people get evened out by the other people. I think you definitely have a system whereby people are ultimately reasonable, and they can be relied upon to have an input on what affects them. Human history teaches us, if it teaches us anything, It's that when you put people in charge of other people, the people in charge will not give a shit about other people. Decadence and self-serving short-sightedness are just recurring motifs that no one is above, and it necessitates collective rule. Having a small cabal in charge will only fuck over the others. Having even smaller cabal will fuck over more people. That's all it is. And that's like, you don't even need to look back to China or any history of nobility. You can honestly, like, that's all in America. Like, we were run by white dudes, and what do you know? The country, oh damn it, screwed over people that weren't white dudes for decades. This is going to be a really cramped corral. I mean, it's a 1.0. I've never made a corral before. Not as part of a chunk build, not as part of perfect base. Just never done it. God damn it. Never done it. So, let me put up these last little bits here, and then I'm going to put up the fences and shit. I kind of overdid it on the stone, but at least I don't have to make another fucking trip. I could probably put something cool up here. Ah, fuck me. I'm just bad at jumping today. Ah, damn, I'm going to kill myself jumping if I don't eat. Alright, so that's a little pad so you can drive a horse. Drive a horse up over the edge and jump it over without it dying. This is a little in thing where you can turn, and then this is where you bring it in. And I have torches here for some reason. I put torches on this diagram, which is great. I mean, I should definitely put torches on diagrams more often. Oh, is this where the... This is exactly where the fence is going to go. Alright, this is thing sort of predicated on a very specific layout of terrain in front of the build. That was wrong. Let's go, y'all. Anyway, I just think that I don't think you need to be smart by defending something that's just awful. 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, it goes forward one more. Right, I don't think that, like, defending authoritarianism and having that, like, hot take is necessary. I think you will be surprised that if you're a smart person and you're like, well, I'm willing to put aside cultural biases to defend a system of government whereby average people are treated as simply means to an ends for a small cabal of powerful people. I think that makes me a smart person who isn't just bound by convention, and I'm willing to question important things. I think there are better ways to prove that. I really think that there are. And I think that when you stop doing that, you will be absolutely surprised by the number of people who don't have some sort of mind-thirsty need to prove their intellect to other people. You're going to find there's a surprising number of people who do think that unironically. And I think if you're as sharp a person as you see yourself as being, then I think you're going to realize those people are pretty shit, and you should definitely not help them, and your intellect can be better applied to opposing them. Alright, well, that was a stupid easy build. I don't think it's because the build was bad. I think it was just a bad build that happened to be easy to build. So, my next step is to get some motherfucking horses. I think this chest is supposed to be here. And then actually put horses into the corral. Or llamas. Hey. Hey. Chris. Envelding. 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 Horses can walk out. But one thing they can't do I'd use American Express.